Hello guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. So today I am going to implement this customer rating system. So you must have seen this feature in many of the e-commerce websites like Amazon, Flipkart. So whenever you buy a product, they basically ask you for your reviews. So this is something I am going to implement this today. So let's get started with the implementation. I have a HTML file, one JavaScript file and one CSS file. In its CSS file, I have some basic CSS ready for my star. So this is the CSS for empty star. This is the CSS for filled star. And in JavaScript, I have added some point that will help me to get started. And in HTML, basically, I have created a parent div. So let's start by first of all adding a heading. So let me give this name that a product. Okay. Cool. Let me go to my CSS and I will basically center everything. Display flags, justify content center, align item center. Cool. Let me go to my JavaScript. So first point is create a 5-star to take rating from user. Okay, I have to create 5 stars. So for that I will basically first of all create a container, class star container. Okay, so first of all I will get the container in my JavaScript. Const stars container is equal to document dot query selector. I will select by class. So yeah, I have got this. So I have to create stars first. So I will create a function named as create stars that will basically take a argument number of stars. So let me create a constant number of stars equal to 5 and I will call this function create stars by passing this as parameter. Okay, so first of all what I have to do, I have to basically loop over the things. So what I will do, I will loop let I is equal to 0 or maybe I is equal to 1, I is less than equal to number of stars I plus plus. For this loop what I will do, I will first create star document dot create element span tag. Okay, create star dot class list dot add. I will add the class that I have shown you earlier. So that is the class. First of all I have to add, that is FA. Okay, similarly I will add another class, this, that is for empty star. I have added 2 class. Now I will basically add a attribute that will create star dot dataset dot rating value. Rating value is equal to I. Why I am doing this? Because I want to create a span for each star and I want to basically add the value of that particular star so that we can use this value later on. So we have created our span. So I will do one thing, star container dot append child create star. Okay, so let me save this. Cool, we have got our 5 stars. So let me go to my CSS and parent flex direction will be column. Cool, this is looking good. Now let me go to my JavaScript file. Second point is when user will hover on the star should be filled with color. Okay, so I have to basically hover onto my star. So what I will do is I will take my star container dot add event listener. What event listener? Mouse over, handle mouse over. Okay, I will create function here, handle mouse over. So when I have passed mouse over here, I will get here. Now whenever I will hover on any of the star, what I will get here? Star value. How I will get that? You remember we have given this rating value dataset that we will use here. E dot target dot dataset dot rating value. This is the star value. Okay, so whatever be the star value, basically till that value I have to fill that stars. So for that I will create one more function, fill star, and I will pass the star value here. Okay, let me create another function, fill star or fill stars. Star value. So here what I will do is I will again loop for let I is equal to 0, I is less than star value I plus plus. Okay, for this what I will do is I have my container, right? Star container dot children. Star container is basically a container that is holding our stars. So here this is the container which have 5 stars. So in stars containers we will be having children ith children dot add class list dot add. What I want to add which class? This class, that is filled class. Fill star value for this star connect. Let me save this. Let me check this. Yes, on hovering on the star is getting filled. Cool. Let me refresh this and again. Now here you can see one problem, that if I am coming back to third star, the fourth and fifth star are not getting unfilled. So how I will achieve that? Basically, if my mouse is over third star, the loop when loop is getting called, only the value till third should be filled, other two should be unfilled. So for that I have to basically run my loop to number of star times. Cool. And here I have to check basically if I is less than star value. So star value is 3, let's say in this case, and for first case I will be 0, then 1, and then 2. Till then what I have to do, I have to basically add this class, else for other two case I have to remove this class. Okay, let me try again. Fifth. Okay, let me go to my third. Cool, this is working now. Correct, this is working now. Yes, let's now go to next point. On clicking any star, that should be considered as input. Okay, now I want that whenever I will click on any star, this should be considered as input. Okay, so for that I will basically create one more event listener, that is click event listener. handle click. Handle click, basically handle click, star value or clicked value, target data set, the rating value. This is correct. Let me also save this value in global. Let active star is equal to, initially it will be -1. Okay, active star is equal to clicked value. Fill stars, cool. Let me click on third and go away from the stars. It is getting filled. 5, 2, 4, correct. Also we want to show this value, that which star rating is selected. For that I will go to my HTML file. Below this I will create one more div, class rating output. Okay, let me quickly get this element in my JavaScript. Rating output is equal to document.query selector rating output. Okay, for this also I will create one function, update rating output. Rating output dot inner text, basically is equal to output. Cool. So where we will call this function inside handle click active star. Good. Let me refresh this and let me check. Correct. This is what we want. Let me style this a bit. Go to my HTML, rating output. Rating output, font size 20 pixel. Also let me add margin top 20. Margin top 20 pixel. Cool. This is looking good. Also there is one more thing. Let's say I have selected fourth. Now I have leave the container. Now I am again hovering over the stars 5. Now in that case, if I have not selected anything, it should be updated by the previous value, that is 4. So how I will achieve that? So basically I have to create one more event listener, that is mouse leave, handle mouse leave. Handle mouse over, I will take this function, create copy of this handle mouse leave. In this case fill star should be active star. Okay, let me check this. I have selected 3. Now I am hovering till 5. Now I am leaving the container. I have selected 4. Oh, this should be mouse leave, else should be smaller. Let me do it again. I am selecting 3. Cool. Now I am hovering over 5. Now I am leaving this container. Correct. This is the implementation I wanted. It should retain its previous state. Cool. Now this is ready. Let's move to the next point. The last selected star should be activating. This is done. We should show the last selected rating in the form of expression. Okay, so basically I have to show this value in the form of expression. So how I will achieve that? I will basically create a global object named as rating underscore expression. Okay, so basically we can have 5 star value. So I will create 5 instance. 1 2 3 4 5. Good. 2 3 4 5. For 1 it can be basically awful. 2 it can be bad. 3 it can be fair. 4 it can be good. 5 it can be excellent. Okay, so instead of updating a rating output as output, I will basically use this object. Now let me select something cool. This is the output I want. Perfect. Now let's move to the next point. As couple of inputs are done, we should show the average of rating as customer review. Okay, now I have to show the customer review. So for that, let me go to my HTML file. Here I will create one more heading, that is customer review. Okay, customer review. For this also I need to create 5 more stars. So let me create a div also here, that will be customer review container. Let me quickly grab this div in my JavaScript. Customer review container is equal to document dot query selector container. Cool. This I have written. After that, what I have to do? We have already created one function, right, to create stars. This one. So, but in this function there is one problem, that we have hard-coded star container. So instead of this, what I can do, I can basically pass one more parameter, that is parent, and parent will be used here. Create stars, and parent will be used here. Correct. Similarly, I will copy and again use this function number of star this, and the parent will be customer review container in this case. Let me save this. Perfect. We have got another 5 star. Now what I have to do is, basically whenever I am clicking here, first of all I need to record this data. So for that, what I will do, I will create a rating data variable that will be array. So as soon as I am clicking on a star, I will basically push the data to my array, that is active star. If I console it here, rating data, and let me check in my inspector console. 3 4 perfect. Cool. Now what I have to do, I have to basically find the average of all the data we are storing. So let me create one more function for that. Find average. Okay, so find average. For how I will find the average, basically first of all I need to create find the sum of rating data. So rating data we have, I will use reduce here. Reduce will take 2 argument, that is accumulator current, accumulator plus current, and initial value will be 0. Perfect. So it should be number, also it should be number. Perfect. We have got our sum. Const average is equal to sum divided by rating data dot length. Perfect. We have got our average. So to show that average, I will basically go to my HTML file. I will create one div here. Class name is rating average output. Okay, let me quickly grab this in my JavaScript. Const average output is equal to document dot query selector. Perfect. Average output. For this also I will create one function similar to this. Update average output. Okay, average output dot inner text is equal to output. I will take this function and I will call this function here. Average should be this, and I will basically call this function whenever I am clicking on the star. Cool. Let's see what is the result. Perfect. Okay, in this case we are getting this. So let me handle this case also. So how I will handle this? So I have to update data by average dot to fixed 1. In this case also it is this. That is correct, I think. That is okay. I will go to my HTML file. Let me add margin top 20. Also I will take this class and go to my CSS once and good 3. Nice. This is looking good. I will add one more text here. So updating this should be 3.5, let's say 3.5 out of 5. This should be the text. Now this is looking cool. Also let me add one more thing. Let me go to my HTML file. One more div. Rating count basically. Okay, rating count. Let me quickly grab this also. Rating count. I will create one more function for this. Update rating count. Rating count dot inner text output global rating. Okay, so update rating count will be called after update average output. Rating data dot length. Perfect. Let me go to my HTML quickly and grab this, and in my CSS file I will add this here also. And now this is looking cool. not a number out of 5. Let me refresh this. Oh, we need to handle this case also, because if I am clicking any outside this star, this is also considering the case. So how I will handle this case? Basically, I will go to my click handle click, and I will check if we have clicked value. Cool. Then only we will move forward. We can remove this console and format. Let me now check this case. Everything looks cool. On outside click, nothing is happening. Cool. This is cool. Now let's move to another part. Show total number of rating captured. Divide the rating based on the different stars. Okay, so we have to basically here first of all I need to show the fill data for 3.5. For 3.5 I have to show 3.5 star to be filled. So how I will achieve that? We have already one function fill star. Let me create one more function, fill partial. Okay, so when I will call this fill partial after my average, perfect, fill partial. So I will basically pass this value here, fill partial is rating. So how I will achieve this? So let's say rating, average rating is 3.5. So what I want here is I need to fill my 3.5 stars. So 3 will be filled fully and my 4th will be filled partially. That is 50% in this case. So the loop should run 4 times. That is math dot seal of rating. Okay, math dot seal of rating. So let me create a constant, loop value is equal to math dot seal rating. Perfect. Now from 3.5, from 4 times, that is loop value, 3 times it will fill complete star, and 1 for 1 it will fill partially. So how I will achieve that? Basically, let me get fully filled value is equal to rating dot modulus 1. That will give basically partial value. It will give 0.5 in this case, and full value should be equal to rating minus partial value. Correct. So let me create a loop for this. For let I is equal to 0, I is less than loop value I plus plus. Okay, loop value I is less than loop value. Let me quickly comment this. So if my I is less than let's consider the case of 3.5. I is less than full value 0, 1, 2. In this case, I want the full star to be filled. Okay, format. Let me check this. Star container, not star container. Basically, in this case, it should be customer review container. Okay, let me check this. 3 is filled, perfect. 4. So for 3.5, I will basically handle else case. If it is less than full value, then it will be fully filled, else it will be fully filled, plus I need to add a attribute here. So customer review container dot children I dot style dot style dot set attribute dot set property. I will tell you what I am doing here. Percentage equal to, let me calculate the percentage value also. Percentage value equal to, what will the percentage value? Partial value into 100. Okay, percentage value. So basically what I am doing here is, so let me go to my CSS file. So here you can see that I have added this variable in the width part. So if I want to add any custom value here, so I will do it from JavaScript by using this set property %. So this is what I am doing here. So in the case of partial, I have calculated the percentage value. So in this case, let's say it was 3.5. So in this case, it will be percentage value will be 50%, and this 50% will be added to this variable, which will go to this variable here. Understood? Okay, let me save this and check if this is working or not. 3, 4, perfect. You see 3.5 out of 5, and this fourth star is half filled. Let me add some more. Perfect. This is why working perfectly fine. Okay, let me remove this commented code and let me move to the next part. So this is done. Now I have to show basically the table part. So you must have seen in your Amazon website that it show 1 star, then show the progress bar of that particular rating, and that show the percentage of that rating. So similarly we will create. Let me console this data also. So whenever I will click, I will basically console.log my rating data. Okay, let me click some rating here. So we have this data. So I have to find that for 3 rating how many occurrences are there, for 4 rating how many occurrences are there, for 3 to 5 rating how many occurrences are there. So for that I will basically find occurrence. Okay, I will create function here. Find occurrence. Okay, so for that I will create occurrence object that is initially empty. Let me get the rating data, rating output. Perfect. So I will loop over this data. For each data I will check if occurrence object if basically no data, oh yes, okay, if data in occurrence object. So if we already have this particular key in our object, then what I will do is I will occurrence object dot data is equal to occurrence object dot data plus 1. I will increase the data by 1, else what I will do is else occurrence data will, if we don't have this particular key in our object, then it will be 1. So I will basically return this occurrence object. Let me create one more function that will be is under percentage breakdown. Okay, for this I will create one div in my HTML is under percentage breakdown, percentage table. Let me quickly grab this div in my JavaScript. Percentage table. Okay, so let me go to my function again. First of all, I will get data is equal to find occurrence. So I have got my object, so I will loop over my object dot keys get data dot map. Okay, value. So first of all, what I have to do basically, I have a container, and in this container first of all I have to show the rating value, that is 1 star, 2 star, 3 star, 4 star. So how I will achieve that? I will basically create div for that, document dot create element. I will create one div for that. Perfect. I created one div, and inside this div I will basically create star value is equal to table row. That's a table row. Okay, and create star value. For this I will create a span basically, and this span instead of create star value I will rename this star value, and this star value basically star value dot inner text is equal to value. Okay, and basically I will table row dot append child star value, and at last I will basically append this row inside percentage table. Okay, percentage table dot append child table row. Okay, let me see the result. Call this function, right? So I will call this function maybe inside find average function. Okay, let me save this. Okay, let me see the bug. His rating output is not iterable. Okay, rating output. Okay, we can directly use the rating data. Clear the console. Now let me check if this is working perfect. But we need to do one thing. Whenever I am rendering percentage breakdown, before rendering I have to basically clean the previous one. So how I will clean that? While our percentage table dot first child. So till we have first child in our percentage table container, I have to basically percentage table dot remove child. I have to remove child percentage table dot first child. So till we have our first child in our container, I have to basically keep on removing my child. So this will basically clean every time I am creating a rendering percentage breakdown. This will first clean and render the new output. Okay, let me check. 3 3 4 perfect. 5 1 2. So this is looking fine here. One thing I have to do, basically I have to update this value with value comma star. Let me check this again. Perfect. Now let me create progress bar. Const progress container document dot create element div document dot create element div and progress container dot class list dot add. I will add basically some class so that I can style this progress in my CSS. Progress container. Okay, I will basically create one more div, that is progress bar. That will also be a div that will also contain a class progress. Okay, so that progress container will append child progress bar. Okay, in the progress container, the progress bar will be a children, and this progress container will be a part of table row. Okay, table row dot append child progress container. Perfect. Okay, let me go to my CSS and style this progress container and progress bar. Progress bar. Okay, progress container will be, let's say, width 140 pixel, height 40 pixel, border 1 pixel, solid black, and progress bar will be height 40 pixel, width will be dynamic, let's say 0 initially, and background color, let me pick this from star only, background color. Okay, let me go to my JavaScript and save this and let's try. Perfect. Okay, this should be in one line. So for that I will basically add one class to my table row. Table row dot class list dot add display flex. I think this will work. I have not defined display flex. Okay, let me define then. Display flex. Okay, This is looking cool. Also margin right we have not created. Margin right MR20. This will, let me add this also. Margin right 20. This should be added. This should be added to star value actually. Okay. Star value dot class list. Okay. This is looking cool. Let me add some more classes to this. Justify content center. Align item center. This is looking cool now. Also let me add progress to my progress bar. So const percentage will be value is occurrence. Okay. Number of value divided by rating data dot length into 100. This will be my percentage. So that will be added to progress bar dot style dot width is equal to percentage value. Okay. Let me save this and quickly check what is the result. Okay, let me check the class name. I have added progress here, but we have used progress bar here. So I should rename this progress. Let me check now. Perfect. This is working fine. This is working fine. This is looking fine now. I need to add percentage here. Okay. So for that I will create one more span like this. Percentage data document dot create element span percentage data dot inner h text is equal to percentage. Okay. Let me save this and let me check this again. Percentage data. Okay. This percentage is set. Okay. Also I need to add this span in my table dot append child percentage data. Okay. Let me refresh this and check. Okay, let me add some margins here. Progress container. Okay. Progress container dot add class list margin right 20. And let me save this, refresh this and check this. Okay, there was an instance. Okay, let me quickly fix this percentage also. So where is my percentage? Okay, let me fix this percentage to value. Okay, let me check this again. Now this is looking good. So yeah, this is the implementation of the customer review system. So if you enjoyed the video, don't forget to like, subscribe and share it with your friends. Also stay tuned for more such videos. Till then, goodbye.